Ooh, I get to start. Woohoo! Okay. So, I think we announced a couple weeks ago that we were putting out the casting call for a mini series that I will be running based on the DM competition materials that I made over the summer, and I think I talked about it just about every week when I was in it here, so people watching may remember. Going to be set in the Feywild. We're going to have a lot of fun characters, a lot of fun things that I made, a lot of fun things that the characters will do, and a fun story that is... Did I say fun enough? I'm not sure if I did or not. Fun. It's going to be fun. Possibly. It is... It's based on the stuff that I submitted, though I'm going to take a little bit of time over the Christmas break and really refine it because I made all of it in 70... Each bit was made in 72 hours. So I'm going to refine a little bit. And yes, the cast announcement for that will be probably right before Christmas. So that, keep an eye out for that. That's what I have. Oh no! Oh no! Hold on! Hold on!
Yeah,
I forgot.
DM muted to stream.
I forgot to hit a button. Now, people can hear people besides me.
Oh,
They could only
But, I mean,
only-
at least you got your
hear me.
at least you got your announcement, and
Yes.
that was the important thing.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
everyone.
didn't say anything important anyway. Don't worry.
No,
Now that's
it was.
you can hear
They could.
me.
Everyone could hear me because my audio is on. But here's the thing: you guys are coming through the desktop, and I don't have that turned on for the intro bit because otherwise, all your talking would come through on the like doodly doo bit with the thing. So I have that turned off. But it's
That
that.
makes sense.
But
Yeah, I realize.
it's
I
not.
realize.
It's yes, it's a thing. It's a thing I have to do. I'm a super good professional streamer, guys. I'm
Yeah,
awesome at
that's
this.
what we're here
As
for,
you
to be
can
pros.
tell, week 24.
Woo.
So
Yeah. So, what I said wasn't that special. It was essentially welcoming you all and saying what, like, where the team is. They're in Shallowport, a floating city in the middle of the Lost Seas, and that was pretty much it. But we do have more announcements after Melissa's announcement, and that means that Wyatt gets to talk about something.
Something indeed. Oh, so with the holidays coming up towards the end of December here, we're deciding to do something fun. And we're going to host kind of a holiday-themed one-shot probably on the 29th of December. So instead of Dungeon Sphere, you can come watch the one-shot that I'm DMing. Think How the Grinch Stole Christmas meets Ocean's 8 and just a bunch of fun Christmas chaos. And I cannot wait.
Are you gonna be the Grinch?
Classified information? Probably yes. No,
I mean, are you gonna dress up as the Grinch?
No, we're doing ugly sweaters.
Oh,
And I
okay.
want everybody to be prepared for ugly sweaters or just sweaters. Join it at home. It'll be
No,
great.
I don't have any ugly sweaters.
We'll go to Goodwill. I'll come get you.
I'm not ugly, guys. I'm sorry to tell you.
I'm really gonna look in.
You're like every sweater
It's so
I'm in
hot.
is just automatically up, and it can't be ugly because
It's like
I'm wearing
Moxie's-
it.
It's like Moxie's energy, 100%.
God, yeah, that is.
All right.
Yeah.
So that announcement is done. Now on to the next one. We have a few things in the works. Some awesome, cool stuff that might be happening. One of them is potentially this magical academy university, kind of like the MIT, but for magic.
I call Hermione.
That Hermione. There won't be a Hermione. It's
Oh.
it's a completely original concept. I know it kind of aligns with Strixhaven, but it's just gonna like borrow some info and some mechanics and stuff from Strixhaven. But it's pretty exciting because the DM who wants to run it was like, yeah, I'll run it. I'm like, okay, well, here's information that I had for it already. And he's like, okay, now it's set in your world. Tell me everything. And I'm like, oh, this is exciting. My world gets to be developed more. Except the dungeon sphere isn't in my world. Anyway. Lastly.
Theft upon theft. Never ends.
Essentially, I'm gonna give a recap. So, last week, the team made their way off of this 2 weeks ago, last episode. The team had just completed an eventful day at the mansion, random mansion in the middle of the Lost Sea, and before bed, they had some discussions, they had some planning, they got a conch that they didn't use, even though I thought they were going to use it.
Not yet.
Well, guess what, Dev? We did it.
Did some sending spells, actually, to speak to the allies that you have within the Dungeon Sphere, Team Phoenix and Team Empyrean, and also got some tasty information, particularly that the Hammerlocks were worshipping some devil somewhere. So that was cool information, and they're the ones that cursed Braenna's brother. Anyway, after this ending, they all went to bed, and they woke up, and then they went into the fog, and then after a little bit of traveling, spent a few days, they ended up at the floating city of Shallowport, where they were told to, hey, go make sure that there are no dangers in the city, since you are our bodyguards, essentially. Captain Barbarossa said that. Yep, that's why you went out, and then you started heading towards the tavern because that's like the best place to get any information. You met a hairy gentleman, a rabbit man, otherwise known as a Harangon, but I don't know if that's copyright, so pretend I didn't say it if it is.
They're the rabbit folk. What more do you want?
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, so at first
that
everyone
guy.
was like, we love him, but then he actually led the team into an ambush by another team, Team Leviathan. It was
My
an all-ladies
opinion
team.
has not changed.
But
That's
he was
great.
still adorable. So yeah. After that, yeah, you kind of you were about to die. And it was getting really close. It was going not well for you. But then Team Genie showed up. And because Team Genie showed up, they saved your asses, returning the favor from previous episodes where you helped them kill some bone devils that were hunting the team and had already killed one member. Nope, the member was killed by a bagman.
Yeah, he
That's
was
the
killed
correct
by the bagman.
information. The terrifying bagman. And
My brain was like, wait, weren't they on Team Genie? And I was like, no, yeah, Team Genie. No, keep going.
yes, and so you had just defeated Team Leviathan, and both Team Genie and your team, Team Reaper, received chests, and inside the chest were 500 gold pieces and a scroll of Magnificent Mansion that is castable by anyone, no matter what. Also, yes, it's a 7th level spell, but
No, it was 100, or not 100, 1,000 gold pieces.
1,000 gold pieces. Oh, I was thinking 500 because, like, in my brain I split it up, but I didn't actually do that. And you also, luckily, get a chance to loot the bodies of Team Leviathan that you had just slayed.
Somebody wanted to send one of them to the bottom of the ocean.
Because I was petty.
But that's not helping us get cool stuff.
Well, okay, let's loot the bodies up.
All right. So let me know when you are ready.
Well, Braenna's gonna go look at the bard that she smashed into the little tiny pieces.
Do we want to split gold now? Or should we see if the bodies have any gold on them, add them to the pot?
Let's do that first, but probably we should... I mean, I'm assuming Team Genie is also trying to get in on this, so we're... Maybe
Yeah,
let's
standing
split all
nearby.
the gold.
Team Genie's also got their own gold that they got.
Right. Do we want to, like, just have all of whatever gold that Team Leviathan had, kind of have it that just in its own thing, and then we split that in half between the two parties?
That seems fair.
Along
Yeah.
with whatever magic items we want to do.
Yeah, you look over to Team Genie. Gale is talking to some birds. Empress is like readjusting some of the pipes on the bagpipes and making sure that they spit flames properly. Claude is just mumbling to himself, talking about I didn't get to hit anything. And he's very upset that he didn't really do much in combat.
He had a hard time.
He had a hard time. He kept missing. It was terrible. And then Reginald just staring at you with his little pipe in his mouth, his salty beard, just in perfect condition.
Normally salty, or is this a new
This is
It's normally. I think it's normally.
The beard
salty.
salt.
You know, the good old beard salt.
He took a dip in the ocean and it just sort of crystallized.
Oh no.
Yeah. So he's.
I don't know if that's part of your patron or if it's a stylistic choice. It's wonderful on you.
Thank you. My patron is actually married, so taking a dip in the ocean is never a problem.
You know, we've met him Aaron a little while back. Lovely chap. We've met him twice actually.
Oh, well, you have to send him my regards next time you see him.
We certainly will see him again.
Yes.
Everyone want to take one body, or?
Sure.
Sure, yeah.
I'll go to the cleric just because vendettas.
Yeah, I think they've got a rogue. I'll go check out the rogue.
Empress, how about you go help Canari, and you can inspire her. So Empress nods, walks with Canari, and starts playing a little tune to inspire you with bardic inspiration, put a little pep in your step, and yeah, that's a 1d8 to whatever next roll you want to use it on in the next 10 minutes.
Sweet.
And then Gale, you go help Umbran. See what you can offer, you can provide. Okay. Come on, little birds. You just see like a flock of seagulls like move with her. It's more than just one bird. She's just like surrounded by all these seagulls. She is a druid, so.
What were the other classes again? I have their names, but I can't remember.
Fighter, and bard.
And they had a bard, yeah.
Yeah, Empress is the bard. Claude's
Barbarian
the
and a
barbarian.
bard.
And then
No, I'm
Reginald
sorry,
is
the dead
warlock.
team.
Oh,
The
yes.
dead team.
Yeah, no, the
People
dead
we
team was
murdered.
a cleric, a rogue, a barbarian, a fighter, and a bard.
Mhm.
They do not have names in the notes, which was unfortunate after we made friends with Team Genie, and they go by their classes and their notes.
Claude, you go with Moxie and make sure she focuses. Okay. Claude walks up to Moxie and he just like stands in front of you and I'm here to help.
Cool.
Have
And
you
then-
ever
Just staring.
skinned a human before?
I don't think we're skinning them.
Are we skinning them? No, Claude. We're
What
not
the
skinning them.
fuck?
Moxie just kind of like looks over towards Canari and like shrugs.
His shoulders just stump forward and then he walks over to the body.
Moxie, do you want to switch partners? I don't have skin for him to...
I think I'll be okay.
Okay. Let me know
don't
if you're uncomfortable.
I don't think he was gonna skin me.
Don't mind him.
Yeah.
The clan that he's from, they have some interesting traditions. Let's just say that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I hadn't missed something. You know, like no judgment.
No.
And then I guess she'll go over to the fighter.
And then Reginald will go with Braenna. Sorry, Vrexil, but we only have 4, and I think that you're competent enough for investigating.
I think I got it. And Vrexil's actually going to cast Detect Magic. Just to speed up this whole process for everyone.
A variety of magical items light up amongst these dead bodies. You actually see some of the passersby like starting to stealth their way back in because they're seeing all these different things that there might be potential to steal if they're just, or take if they're just left there, you know.
Yeah.
Vultures.
Yeah,
to-
Vrexil-
Yeah, mind sliver cantrips. Anyone who gets too close just hurt their brain till they leave.
Yeah, they like wince and get a headache as like the little strand of psychic energy enters their head.
Yeah,
All right.
Vrexil will just start calling out some things like, hey, take a look at that and that. Over there, I see this and this. Just make sure that people are looking at the right thing and grabbing anything before anybody else does.
You begin to direct everybody to a variety of items on these 5 people. Of course, you all have a bunch of items. They have a bunch of items. So, Canari and Empress, which body are you attending to?
Heather Portcolor, the or not the bard, the cleric.
Cleric, the Tempest cleric.
Yep.
On her person, you will find a elixir of health and a brooch of shielding, and a storm boomerang, as well as her regular breastplate armor and arcane focus and amulet.
So, elixir of health, brooch of shielding, storm boomerang. She had a breastplate and her holy item.
Yep, and that is what you find immediately. Roll me an investigation check to see if you are able to dig any deeper.
I am gonna guide myself with this too. Investigation or religion?
Investigation.
Okay. Ooh. I'm also gonna use the bardic inspiration from Empress.
All right.
That's a D8. That's better. 15 total.
You see that there's a slight, like, lump that's kind of pushing up against this woman's back. And once you lift the body a little up, it flashes because it was kind of hidden, mostly from the detect magic. But now that you pulled it up, you see that there are a pair of goat statuettes that appear to be made out of ivory.
Did she say what, when she was alive and calling out, did she say what deity she worshipped?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Or maybe it was no, it wouldn't have been. No, I don't think so.
Sure.
But
okay.
if you want to roll a religion check on the amulet, we can figure that out.
Yeah, why not? I'll guide myself on that too. That's better. D4, come on. That is a 19.
19. Have you ever heard of the god Valkur? Valkur.
I, Wyatt, have not. I feel like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
So with
Canari
that
might
roll,
have. Yeah.
you know that Valkur is the captain of the waves, patron of sailors, ships, favorable winds, naval combat. An ideal deity to have in your back pocket on the high seas.
Knowing that, I'm just gonna carefully kind of move the items that we set aside. Did she have any gold?
Yeah, for gold, I will have you roll a d10.
Okay.
And then a d20. No. A d4. I changed the system that I was going to use.
So that's a 7 for the D10 and a 2 for the D4.
7 and a 2. All right, so now roll me the other, like the front of the D100. I changed how I'm going to do it again. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll a percentile die. to get a number, and then the D4 will multiply it by 4.
Oh my, okay. 97 for the percentile, and then
Times 4.
times 4.
Yep.
Times the D4.
Oh wait, the D4. Sorry, the D4.
Yeah.
What did you roll on the D4?
A 2. So that's, I think.
Yep.
It's like 180 or 194 or something like that, I think.
Yep, 194 gold pieces. Sorry I made that complicated, but I decided on how to roll.
Okay. I'm just gonna, kind of with Empress's help, I'm gonna move all of that stuff, and then knowing that it's a sailor, like Valkyr and everything like that, I think Canari would try and do her like final rites, trying to like be as respectful with the body as she could. I mean, it was self-defense fighting, so she's definitely just trying to like smooth things over with the deity, apologize for, you know, having to take a life, things like that, and just kind of very like tenderly taking care of the body and just like trying to be as respectful as possible, and then try and find a good way to like return it to the waves.
Yeah, you just tidy everything up and everything, and just kick the body into the water.
Oh. I'll ask for Braenna's help to like carry her like down to like a pier and just very like gently lay her to rest.
As you're doing all this, you remember that the best way to dispose of a body of a cleric of this deity is to send them out to sea and then fire a arrow of flames into the ship and give them a fiery burial at sea.
Is I feel like this is so stupid. Is there just like a random like dinghy somewhere, or just like something that I can spend some time just like nobody's gonna miss it?
Roll me a perception check.
Jesus.
Braenna's carrying this body with you now.
Oh, this is awful. Oh no. Perception. 13.
You find this dinghy. You're not sure if it's owned or not, but it definitely seems like it's just tied up with a loose knot. No one seems to be around to claim it.
Braenna, does this seem stupid to take somebody's boat and light it on fire?
Well, you know, even if I had a boat, I probably wouldn't be around 100% of the time, so just because someone's not here doesn't mean it's not someone's boat.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I guess I'm gonna use part of my gold to find a small little raft and try and not make things worse with the god of seas.
All right. While you're doing that, yes.
If I may, you could always just break off part of the dock. Fashion her to that. I have a flagon of oil and a gun, so I could assist you if you'd like.
And a gun.
Yes.
I love it.
It's what she would have wanted.
We didn't really know her like that. I don't know, but like, yeah, why not? It's okay, sure.
It's what they would have wanted.
Okay,
it's what they would have wanted. We know.
Okay, I'm just gonna start ripping up like some of the like loose planks and just like, would she have had like hempen rope or something that I could just start tying and like lashing things together to like make a little raft?
You hear a footstep and then a thunk, or a footstep and a thunk. And this hunched over old man with wild beard, he has just like a tuft of hair just like sticking out randomly. Hey, lad, what are you doing to our docks?
Sir, this is a funeral. I'm going to have to ask you to leave unless you have words of mourning.
My condolences. And then he walks away.
Canari just looks over to Albert, just... Even though I know we're doing the right thing, this still feels wrong, but thank you very much for not letting the old pirate man kick my ass.
No.
While you are busy doing that, we will go over to Moxie and Claude, who are attempting to retrieve the stuff from this person. What you know of this, you said the fighter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What you know is that from Vrexil's direction, that longsword is a +1 longsword.
Okay.
And she also has a sack that seems to contain some stone-shaped objects. And-
Would I know anything about those?
You open the bag and you look at them, and you might not have seen them before, but I'm assuming that Vrexil is going to be like ritual identifying everything as it comes through.
Well, and I also feel like she probably would show Claude, who maybe knows stuff about stones she doesn't know.
I don't know. I don't know what you want from me.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know. Maybe you knew what to
It's
do with
a
these.
stack of rocks. What more do you want?
Yeah. Maybe.
Reginald will also assist in identifying because he has that as a ritual as well. But they are sending stones.
Oh.
A pair, so it feels as though like this hasn't been assigned to anybody yet. You also find on the fighter 4 potions of healing. And what appears to be a bag of glittering dust, which, after identification, it is a sack of pixie dust. 1 use.
Okay. Was there anything else on her, or just that?
And then you can do the roll a d100 and then roll a d4. And then multiply the d100 result by what's on the d4.
Sorry, so roll a d100 and then.
Yep, d100, then d4, multiply d100 by d4.
Okay. Need to math.
And then that is the amount of gold pieces you have. If you tell me, I can do it in my head.
It's 380. I rolled a 95 and a 4.
Gee.
This is a rich fighter.
They had kind of
All
crap
right.
items, that's probably why.
Yeah.
Umbran. Before you went to assist, you probably would be able to get some stuff from the person you were assigned to.
Yes.
All right, who did you have?
I took the rogue. Rogue
The
solidarity.
rogue. You find a necklace of adaptation.
Ooh.
Eyes of minute seeing.
4 eyes.
1 of potion of greater healing, and 1 potion of diminution. And a canister of Keogtome's ointment. And +1 studded leather.
Awesome, I'm already wearing that. Alright. So I've got 40 times 2.
80.
Well, they had to buy all them potions.
All right. Braenna, before you finish helping with the body, with this body, how about your body?
I was on the bard.
The bard. The bard is a fun one. You find a potion of hill giant strength.
Ooh.
Potion of
want
force
it.
resistance. Pole of angling.
Wait, go back to the last potion.
Potion of force resistance.
Ooh.
Well,
And boots of levitation. And a wand of pyrotechnics. And last but not least, Vrexil. You had the barbarian then.
Yes, that's who's left.
The barbarian is a little sparse, but you do find what appears to be a book.
Unexpected.
But if you were to open up the book, it appears
Hollowed out.
Yeah, it's hollowed out, and it has a tattoo needle inside of it.
Ooh.
And you're realizing that it is a coiling grasp tattoo.
Ooh.
Okay.
Moxie can get 2 tattoo action. Grab with one hand, punch with the other.
Oh, jeez.
There is a helm of underwater action.
Okay.
And a scroll of protection from aberrations. And that's it.
And then same thing on gold pieces.
Yeah.
Oh, I should do the gold piece thing too, eh?
Yeah.
What was the last thing on the bard?
Wand of pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
Double zeros.
Ooh. The bard was the bank.
The bard
Oh,
was
shit.
the bank.
Now roll a 4.
I just rolled a 92.
Roll a 4.
Man, we rolled real high.
I rolled a 3, so 300 gold.
Okay.
I rolled a 2, so 184.
There you go.
How many did the... How much did the fighter have again?
The
fighter
fighter.
had 380.
380.
Yeah.
I didn't get the
Yes.
cleric or the rogue's numbers.
Cleric was 194. And rogue was 80.
Okay.
Reginald takes a hit from his pipe and then breathes out to the corner of his mouth, and he looks around. Well, didn't we give you something last time you helped us?
It was the ring of protection.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I remember that quite well now that you mention it.
Okay.
And then just glances over at you.
If you're going to say it, just say it. If you want it back, that's on the table. We can negotiate.
No. I just believed that maybe the 4 of us could get the first pick of 1 of the loot.
I mean, that is quite generous of you. You literally came to save our lives.
We
than
aren't.
fair.
We believe in equal exchange, ring and protection, and then first pick here for each of us.
Perhaps. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Can someone copy and paste the list into D&D's Discord's loot channel? Because I deleted all of them, not remembering that I needed to keep them.
Here's what I got. Unless, Jacob, you probably take better notes. Do you want
I just got it. Yeah, I'll post real quick.
Yeah.
And then,
I was just gonna say the total gold was 1,138.
So
Do
it's
we want? Are we
69.
gonna split? I was gonna say, yeah. Are we gonna do just like an even 9-way split, or?
that works.
Oh, 9-way split? Sure.
So that's 126 gold pieces a piece, and they can take whatever. There's some like 2 gold remainder. They can take it, I suppose.
What'd you say, 100 and...
126.
And then we each got 200 from our chest of gold, right?
So 326. No. Yes, all around.
They would,
Yes.
yeah, they would have gotten 250 each, since it's only the 4 of them.
Oh yeah. All right. Did someone post that?
Almost got it. Hold
Okay.
on.
Whoa.
I think that's everything. Let me know if I missed anything.
I think that's it. Updating their sheets.
The potion, was it potion of giant's strength that was on the bottom?
Hill giant strength.
Hill giant's strength. I was gonna say, I didn't know if there was something I missed there.
Oh. That's how you spell the ointment.
Yeah.
I was looking that one up. That's what. Like, oh god.
Kiektoms. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it.
I just assume everything is spelled phonetically.
As you should. All right. Claude goes up and looks amongst the items. It's almost like a little white elephant Christmas. You get first pick. He's looking through all of it, and he decides that he would like to take the tattoo.
No.
Matching tattoos.
All right.
Oh, isn't he a barbarian of beasts?
Yeah.
So now he's also an octopus on top of that. My favorite beast.
And he did have a tattoo before the fight, but then he used it because it was a spell rot tattoo, and that's like a one use and then gone. So now he has a new
That's
tattoo.
dumb.
to
I'd
add.
let him keep the spell.
It would be cool to keep the spell because that spirit shroud is like a really good boost.
Yeah, I run it. If you got a spell rot tattoo, you keep it. Paid a lot of money
Alright.
for that.
Empress is gonna walk up and she's gonna look around and she's going to say, "This would be wonderful for my show." And she grabs the wand of pyrotechnics. It's a common spell or a common item.
Look, she's a
all about the
simple
show.
woman.
She's all about that show.
She's a bit
Blow
of a
the bit.
bimbo, but we love her for it.
Gale prances up, kind of almost dancing on her toes, and then she looks around. Oh, all of you seem fantastic. Maybe. Yes. And she grabs the boots of levitation. No, she doesn't. She already has winged boots. I forgot. She grabs the.
She's got one on each foot.
She will take the. Why am I having such a hard time deciding for her?
Which one is that again?
Gale, the druid.
The druid.
If I may make a suggestion,
Yes.
studded
I will-
leather armor.
Oh, but I already have hide armor, and it looks fabulous on me. And I have this +2 shield. This has been really nice. Not
You
really.
can always be just a little harder to hit, though.
I don't want to wear those metal studs. They're really not suited for my. You know, I'll take this. And then she takes the necklace of adaptation. This looks very nice. And then lastly, it's Reginald. He walks up, looks amongst everything, and he grabs the pair of sending stones. But then he steps up to Vrexil and hands you one of the pair.
Oh,
I believe that this is my choice.
that's smart. I appreciate that.
New ship, new ship, new ship, new
Oh,
ship.
and that was sort of just a bit of feeder. I am going to take the strap of leather.
I mean, that makes sense.
I am currently not wearing any armor.
So they've taken the tattoo, the leather armor, the
Necklace of adaptation and the wand of pyrotechnics.
wand of pyrotechnics. That's what it was.
All right, that's the looting. Now we're going to go inside the tavern, so you'll see us in there. And then the four of them wander into the tavern.
Not sure what else the other members of Team Leviathan, what they worshipped, but maybe it's best to bury them all together.
When you turn around to like gesture at the bodies, they're already like there's multiple children and people like taking the armor, the weapons that you didn't choose, and all these different things. While you were splitting things up and discussing and everything, they were like soundlessly in the background doing that.
Things
think
go
Canari-
fast here.
Canari just sighs and just starts walking down to the raft where Heather's body is.
You see that same old man who had like inquired about what you were doing. He grabs the fighter's like boot and then pulls it off and he's like, "I got the boot," and then scurs away. What are you gonna do, Wyatt?
Bryn, do you mind if we still use the oil on the gun?
Of course.
Okay.
Are you doing all of them? I don't know.
Would it? I don't know. Would I know if it's bad to bury somebody in like not according to like how they would want to? I'm just trying to have like not negative karma here as a cleric.
We already did a bunch of murder, but
Well,
roll me an insight check. Let's see what kind of insights you can glean from
each of them.
this town, city, each of them.
I'll guide myself.
The way I say it, insight check is just a vibe check. Roll the vibe check.
Vibe check. 17.
All right, so in terms of the city, you don't think that they'll care if you get rid of the bodies. It seems to be a lawless place. So, things happen. And yeah, other than that, as you're looking between the rest of the crew, nothing stands out in any type of religious way. Like there's no emblems or insignias or anything that would give you a gleaning on any sort of worship or anything, so it's probably fine in all things divine.
Okay, well, in that case, I'll just start once the kids have kind of had their fill of like looting. God, that's such a bad sentence.
Once the children
it's not just
are
children.
done looting.
Oh, well, there was the old pirate man. Yeah, I'll just slowly ask for help from Braenna and Moxie just to bring all of them together and kind of lay them on the raft. And then Canari will just do like just a very short prayer, just kind of over all of them, just asking for Celestian to guide them through the astral plane onto the next life and to, watch over them, guide them, and just trying to lay each of them to rest as best as she is able.
And after Canari does that beautiful ceremony, I will dump oil on the bodies and we'll shove them off. And when they get an appropriate distance away, I will fire with my pistol.
All right. Now give me a weapon attack
Weapon.
with your pistol.
19 plus I'm assuming dexterity, so 23.
Your aim strikes true, and soon the dinghy, the DIY dinghy,
It's a raft.
DIY raft, and the bodies catch on fire, and they seem to be pulled out by the current, and while still in flames, disappears from sight into the fog.
Okay. Who wants a drink? And Canari will just turn and head up to the tavern.
Yeah.
All right. When you enter the tavern, you can hear it from outside the doors. The windows are all open too, so there's just like a raucous commotion. There's lots of yelling. You hear like bottles breaking, and lots of people shouting, cheering. You're hearing probably like 5 different types of music and melodies playing. Of like, you hear like harmonica, flute, some strings, piano. They're just seem to be all over this tavern. From where you were facing it, it seems like a small building, but when you get closer and you're looking around, you're seeing that this building actually seems to stretch out over the water and has lots of different stilts, and seems to be made, I know this is a little cliche, but it seems to be made out of like parts of the hull of a ship, just kind of repurposed. And Yuri is doing the nod of approval for my nautical terms.
That's what it looks like.
Passed the nautical check. Yeah. And you also notice that as you're looking inside, the bar seems to go out, the tavern seems to go out a little bit, and then there seems to be a dip as if it's like going into the water. And the door flies open, and there's just this little gnome. It's carrying a brew. Oh, sorry there, mister. And then passes by Moxie.
Oh yeah, no worries. But she also like reaches for one.
He hands you a bottle that he had just in his pants. It was just in his like waistline.
Yes, pants, alcohol.
Pants, booze.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Do you work out?
Duh.
Yeah. And then he just stumbles away.
I
Starts drinking the pants alcohol.
You all get hit
don't.
with like
I-
BO mixed with alcohol, mixed with salty.
Moxie, I don't
Seawater.
think that guy works at this tavern.
Moxie's gonna set it down on the table. She's really unhappy about.
She's gonna go put it down next to someone else who's drinking, like, hey, here for you.
Yeah. She's just gonna give it away.
You go into the tavern, and it's exactly how you would imagine it to be. There's just people everywhere, like the broken glass all over the floor. Lots of peanut shells all over the floor too. For some reason, there's lots of peanuts here, and you
Five
see
Guy.
Oh, Texas Roadhouse.
Oh yeah.
you see that the dip, there's stairs that actually lead into this bottom like sub-level with a sprawling sort of restaurant tavern area, lots of different ruckusness, gambling, shady deals happening. Before you, there's a room in the back that like seems to be like a VIP section, and then there is a like an intentional break in the base of this restaurant, and there seems to be water that had leaked in, but purposefully, because you see every so often a face of like a Triton, sea elf, Locatheth, like just pop out of the water to get a beer and then go under the water.
Oh.
But then there's like other people sort of like sitting in like water bars, like sitting on ordering. It seems to be a very massive place, expansive in all types of ways.
Well, I could use something to drink, but what exactly are we supposed to be doing here?
I was echoing the same thoughts myself. We are searching for danger, no?
I think we found danger.
Oh, we found danger to us.
Yeah.
Well, they said this was just sort of like a resupply place, right? Originally. Like, there's nothing here for us as far as, like, you know.
So we just gotta not die until the ship is restocked, is that it?
Well, they asked us to come look around, so do we need to report back and say there's nothing shady, let's go? Is that how that works?
We probably have to escort them to the various resupply areas. I don't know if this is one of them, but at the very least, I'm sure they'll all end up here eventually for a drink.
Can I use Thieves' Camp to check out if anything potentially dangerous is in this bar?
Yeah. You can actually roll me an investigation check as you're kind of just going around, just looking for those corners, those marks, those words. You even jump into the latrines and see if there's anything carved into the walls of the booths.
Do not jump in any of the trees. 14.
All right. With the 14, you find a variety of messages, old ones that have various like different meeting places, meeting times. They seem to have been worn away with time, though. You learn, however, that currently there appears to be a plot to one sort of like gang or organized syndicate here seems to have beef with another. And this is a message that is saying it is almost time for us to start this war. It's like the Flanagans versus the McHenrys.
Do not know what that means. Is there a specific time they mention, or just almost time?
Almost time, be on guard. Stand by.
Be on guard. I mean, I don't know if we want to be here for a gang war. That seems a bit much.
No, I would not want to be around for that.
Do we get the sense that we are in one territory or another, or are we like looking around and like people are
taking a look? Can we see like factions with like headbands, or
are people like doing this across
pirate tattoos? I don't...
Got some doing the snaps.
Yeah, menacingly snapping.
Bad Wyatt's not here to...
One guy's got like a switchblade, but it's a comb.
I will ask whoever wants to perform a perception check to suss out any sort of cliques, factions, anything here. You can do that. And then in terms of like arms and stuff, and then in terms of assessing or like getting that like feeling of, is this a sectioned off place, is this like one territory? That's an insight check if anyone wants to perform that.
I am classically trained in Thieves' Camp, which means I mostly learned it from a book. I'm not very well versed in like guild halls and recognizing like thief members, so perhaps it would be best left to someone with a better wisdom than a 2.
I mean, if we're the ones doing it, we're the ones doing it.
I can go ahead and do, sorry, I was muted as I was like, I can do a perception check. I feel like Moxie would have spent enough time in various seedy places and fighting ring stuff.
Yeah, and
Yes,
don't
I'm-
forget that one time in prison.
I'm
she never went to
classically
prison.
trained in assassination,
Documented.
so I'm not one of those lowbrow rogues.
Yeah, not one of those rogues who have to be criminals.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
I'm
mean,
a
I've
well-off
done
rogue.
many crimes, but
okay, so I just roll like a perception check.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Braenna's looking around and not being helpful at all. Like, ooh, that guy's wearing something weird on his sleeve. Is that a thing? Ooh, that guy's got a weird button on. Does that mean something? And I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 16.
All right, with a 16, you're starting to see that this table over here, everyone has some sort of like blue headwear. This table over there seem to all have like the same tattoo. You're seeing various different groups, sections. Some of them look like they might just be a crew who's stopping here together, while others seem to be like dirtier and more emblematic of the type of people that you've passed by here, probably locals. But then every so often you see someone stand up and then like go interact with another table, and they seem to have a good time. So it doesn't seem to be like any aggressions here. But there are definitely people that are parts of groups. And then
Okay.
who wants to give me an insight check on the vibe?
I'm gonna guide myself. Ooh. 14.
Yeah, so with a 14, you're thinking that this is more of a... What's that zone between North and South Korea?
Oh,
Demilitarized zone.
Yeah, DMZ.
Yeah, it's like the demilitarized or a place of congregation that people can mix without fear of.
Continental from John Wick.
Yeah.
With less coins.
Why were
That
you
are
were you here
specific.
when were you here when Dev said that there's a gang war going on?
I was not.
Yeah, I did coming in.
less coins, more doubloons.
Yeah.
I kind of put 2 and 2 together based on like the very like Jets versus Sharks like description of like
The Flanagans
And you missed it.
and the
snaps.
McHenrys. Yeah, we were gonna.
Your chat is okay. Anything else I missed? It was just that there's that gang war, essentially.
Gang
Yeah.
war. There's people that seem to be parts of groups, crews, etc. here, but you understand that this is a place of armistice, of peace amongst the few.
Okay, so if we can get the crew here, then we'll be fine.
And then suddenly, in the far corner of this bar, you hear the sound of bagpipes erupt, and there's a large commotion as people not used to bagpipes get very energized and excited for this performance with various different pyrotechnic displays sparking all around.
By the way,
The
when
Empress.
when we're not looking for signs of gang activity, Braenna's definitely looking at that storm boomerang.
Right.
Like, it's so pretty, guys. Like, there's like, I imagine there's little sparks just coming off the end. I'm like, I would like this, please.
Carved from griffin bone and etched with the symbol of elemental air.
There's one at the shop where we got the dwarven thrower too. So
Oh, was
Hey.
there?
yeah, not a bad. If you want something ranged and
Yeah, well, I got the dwarven thrower already. So yeah, it'd be
Um,
double ranged stuff. Except for this is actually a ranged thing. The Dwarven Thor is a ranged thing, but it's like small range.
If you take the Storm Boomerang, I'm going to say that the DC is not DC 10, the DC is DC 14.
Does anyone
It's
else?
a little enhanced.
Yeah. Would anyone else want this, or can I have it?
Go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I was thinking these potions of healing that maybe gesture of goodwill, we could bring 2 of them over to Team Genie and just, you know, first split of those. I know they didn't get too banged up and we did, but even so.
Yeah, that's
That
fine
works.
with me. And I guess we have a couple of, well, I guess we're kind of informal allies.
Yeah.
I mean, Reginald gave you a sending stone, did he not, Vrexil?
That's correct.
So we're always in contact. That feels very alliant to me.
Yeah, but it's not official, so I mean, I
Okay.
wouldn't 100% trust them, right?
Well,
Probably.
technically, our alliance with Team Empyrean isn't official.
I mean, it's not a contract, but they also didn't
Feels more
need.
official.
Well, I mean, it's Braenna's cousin, so I feel like it would be. There's a little bit more of a connection there. And as much as Team Phoenix is helpful,
Antagonized, yes.
well, yeah, there's that. I know you and Zinnia don't. Well, you don't like Zinnia. Zinnia just kind of exists.
Also, Brent Locke was quite rude as well.
Yeah.
I don't think they like me personally. I don't think they mind the rest of you. I think I'm.
Could it be a house thing?
Maybe they see you as a threat.
The rest
That's
of
also
you
true.
would definitely.
Maybe they see me as a plaything. That's not real.
The rest of you would definitely like understand that Zinnia probably doesn't dislike anybody.
Well, that's what Canari said when she said, just like,
Yeah.
you just like her, she just vibes. Okay, yeah, let's give the 2 potions of healing to Genie, and then, I mean, we do have quite a bit of the rest of the stuff. Is there... Do we want to just claim that when we're back on the ship?
Yeah, probably not a good idea to just start handing out and divvying up our powerful magical loot in the middle of a tavern of gang violence.
And
Yeah,
Deb,
that's probably a good idea.
You said those goat statuettes, there was only 2 of them?
It's a pair.
Oh, okay. Something different than I thought it was. Okay.
Oh, actually, I don't think it's a pair. No, I was wrong in the best way. There are 3 goats, and they're all stacked on top of each other.
Oh my
okay.
god.
I was very familiar with. I knew that, but I wasn't sure. You said 2, and I was like, what happened?
Yeah, yeah.
What
There's just a
happened to
goat.
the third one?
There's just a goat.
I was getting
Somewhere
him
loose.
get confused. I was getting it confused with the lions because the lions have 2.
Right. Cool.
Straight up, when you were like, it's a pair, I was like, oh, it must not be gold statue? Goat what?
Yeah. My bad.
Man, if it was a pair of the golden lions, God, I want to use those ones so bad. They seem so cool.
But the big
So wait,
goat is
what are
not-
the goats? Oh, like ivory goat?
Figuring of wondrous power,
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was it.
where
or
they
not.
turn into their animal, and then apparently the goats do a circus routine. That was a joke, but
Good joke, Dev.
Oh my god.
It's a thinker.
But
It's a
they
thinker.
can become a goat of traveling, so
yeah, they can become a goat that becomes as large as a riding horse.
Or
And
giant
then-
goat.
The goat of travail, whatever that means that they become a giant goat for up to 3 hours. Goat of terror becomes
yeah, the
a
goat of
giant
terror
goat.
really does.
Goat.
The goat can't attack, but you can remove its horns and use them as weapons. That's so
the big
cool.
And we've broken the game with ghosts.
No, we've broken. Dev broke himself.
It radiates a 30-foot radius aura of terror.
Yeah, it's a goat.
Welcome
It's
to
a
the
giant
Goat
goat.
Awards. The Goats of the Year Award.
I'm putting this in every campaign now.
Figurines of wondrous power are like my favorite magic items, just because of how fun they can
The
be.
clutch.
I just want
I
to collect
have
them all now.
I have 2 homebrew ones. The figurine of wondrous power, the quartz pig. So it's a quartz pig, but it has a little money slot, and so you can actually. He's a piggy bank, so he can store an indefinite amount of money, and then you can you can shake out what you want, what you need from him. But you can also summon him and turn him into a 3 different types of pigs by basically when you use that command word, it takes away that amount of gold. So you use the one that turns him into a truffle hunter, like sniffing around and stuff. Like that's 25 gold pieces, and then yeah, I thought it was so cool.
He's a pay to play.
Yeah, he's a pay to play quartz piggy bank. And then the other one is a garnet
Really good.
camel, good for traveling across deserts.
Dev, I would like you to make me one that is an octopus.
All right.
Do with that what you will.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to Team Genie with the 2 potions of healing and just set them down at the table.
Reginald is not there, but you do see a lamp on the table.
We would like to inquire to those not currently inside of Finery. Do you currently have any alliances?
No.
Are you interested?
No.
Are you sure?
Claude, yes we are. Reginald already said that you
No.
are the only other team that we can trust, so.
Okay.
I would love to make a formal alliance with Team Genie. You guys have been incredibly helpful to us, and you would be such an asset.
The bagpipes performance is still going on. There's lots of different flames all over. Oh, well, I mean, Reginald's the one that makes all the decisions.
Well, he has the other sending stone. Once he
does.
comes back out, just have him talk to Vrexil. And
Right.
These 2 are for you. And she'll Canari will slide the 2 potions of healing over and see Claude's like a little downtrodden.
Mhm.
And she'll just kind of lay a hand on his shoulder and cast guidance on him. Just to,
I would like to pet him on his head.
I'm not petting him. I'll put a like gentle hand on his shoulder and just say, listen, I so admire people that are willing to stick up for others. And even though it wasn't maybe your best combat, you are still a tremendous fighter.
Of all the beasts I have met, you are my second favorite, Claude.
Jerome?
Thank you.
The first is Jerome, yes.
Just
Where I was going with that. I
I'll say that
chose Jerome, Claude.
Glad someone did.
Oh, that's a frog.
He is a frog. He's the best frog. We nominated him for our best member of our team.
We did.
I can see why.
Yes, he's spectacular.
We
Thank
broke
you
through
for-
the exterior with the frog.
Thank you for the kind words.
Of course.
Um,
Thank you for not leaving us to die.
Oh, heavens no, we would never do that. We don't want to be the type of team that attacks unprovoked.
Oh,
We-
dear, what?
We've all just agreed, defend.
I
don't
also
wanna
did
win.
have a question. I see you're still only 4 members.
Yes.
Will you be getting a 5th at some time?
Well, we didn't really have any alternates, unfortunately. We haven't really had any teams to try and convince onto our team. Unless, Canari, would you like to join our team?
You're very, very nice. Barring
Somewhere across the
some-
bar, Moxie's like,
Yeah, that's a bad way to start an alliance.
Sorry we killed all that other team. You maybe could have had one of them.
Yeah. Their elephant was cool.
She seemed nice.
She seemed easy. I'm sorry, I should not make light.
Yeah. Well, maybe for the ship. Umbran and Canari will just like kind of pat him on the shoulder, and just say, "You're very nice. Just let Reginald know once he's back." And I don't know if we're disembarking anytime soon, but just throwing it out there. And I probably won't join the team barring some major accident to Team Reaper.
Right,
No offense,
Lindsay?
I just...
No. It's I wouldn't leave my team for anything, unless. So if you lose the rest of your team, and we still have a position open, anyone on your team is welcome.
That's very generous of you.
And Reginald would be onto your degree too. He can hear what you're saying. It's just once he leaves his bottle, he can't go in for a time.
Yeah, no, it's totally understandable. He's having a wonderful time in there.
he's like a genie in a bottle.
That's the patron.
It's just Christina Aguilera from the 90s.
This is the greatest gift you've ever given us, Dev.
So, if you ever see our ship, it's the Crab Ravager.
Oh, that's a fun one. Ours is the Bloody Kraken.
Oh, that's much cooler.
Oh, Crab Ravager is the best name I've ever heard.
Can Canari just like
Oh, well, thanks.
just like have a hand on Umbran's shoulder, like, and just she'll mind link with it, and just I know it's very funny to keep it together.
I don't think I have mind linked back. I don't think I'm smart enough to know I'm laughing.
I don't know,
They're
you're
very
trembling
sweet,
right
but
now.
They're very slow. They're my favorite team we've met. And we have 2 allies.
I'm just glad you're making friends, Umbran, or at least you're having a good time.
I'll make sure to. We'll become your ally. If you need
Okay.
anything, you can just call us. We'll see what we can do.
Likewise. We don't know too much about the level yet, other than the islands.
Well,
Yeah, we'll totally fill them in
Yeah.
on the whole key situation, and we'll let them know about Dragon Island and like that the dude's actually pretty chill.
oh, that
Despite
island's
any
pretty cool.
signs that might still be up on the island.
Yeah, we already got a key.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Which
From where?
island did you go to?
It was the one with the gnomes. Yeah. Yes, that one. Oh, that was my favorite. How about tonight we can get together and just I don't even know what time it is.
I do. Watch out. What time is it, Dev?
It is approximately at 3:26 in the afternoon.
3:26 in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. How about after sunfall, we meet back here for food and drinks,
A
Sounds
dinner date.
lovely.
Lovely.
and then we can tell you about the island. And should I tell? Do we tell them anything else?
Reginald,
We could just. Oh, yeah,
Help-
sorry.
you can decide with Reginald. We're not trying to pressure you into anything.
Right. We should at least all discuss our wishes. I think that would be fun.
Also, do be aware there might be a gang war happening today.
Uh,
Watch Watch out.
You see Claude's like face smile. He's like, I like this place. You can just punch anyone in the streets and they don't care. I mean, the person you punch cares.
I've never felt the desire to hug something before.
I turn and see where Moxie is.
Right, 'cause this has also made Moxie, who's like probably actually has actual alcohol now. She's like, wait, what? She walks up just at that moment when she hears you can punch anyone.
Get a beer in each
Yeah,
hand.
Moxie, you can just punch anyone.
Hold my beer. She tries to like hand off her
I'll take it.
alcohol
Oh no.
to Canari.
They're
The Braenna and Canari will take
you
one
just turn
each.
around and just punch someone across the face.
Yeah.
Out of here.
The person you punched he just stumbles a little bit. Good one.
Yeah.
Oh, that could have been bad. Okay, we're good. We're
Claude
good.
scratches his face. Nate, you just gotta make sure you don't punch the wrong person.
Generally a good rule of thumb.
Not anyone.
What I heard is punch people who deserve it, because, if everyone agrees that they deserve it, then they deserved it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then-
yeah.
Wiser words never spoken.
Number two, if that person, if that person, isn't a part of a gang, or won't come after you, or kill your family, then you can punch them.
Moxie kind of leans over to Canari and be like, "Joke's on them. My family's already dead." And then
Canari spits out her drink just onto the floor. Says, okay.
I mean, maybe I don't really know.
And your
honestly.
firstborn's gone already, so.
Yeah, and I've already given up my firstborn, so
Jesus.
what are they gonna
okay.
take from me?
I don't know. Probably some limbs.
There is a probability that they might take Canari, so
No.
I would just, be extra careful.
Okay, well, oh wow, we are getting into it. Why don't we finish off our drinks and head back to the ship so we can resupply?
After spending a total of 7 silver pieces and 5 copper pieces, for all the drinks and everything.
This
What?
place is
I
good.
I give them 2 gold.
How much did I spend?
I got it covered. 2 gold.
Okay.
I've got
Yep.
it. I am the wealthiest member of the party. Do not worry.
The waitress that you gave it to, she just holds it up. I'm rich. I quit. And then runs out of the place. That actually didn't happen.
I was like,
Better
wow,
alive.
I didn't realize it took so little to.
No, it doesn't
Think
take
I'm
that,
rich here?
that little. But yeah, so you pay and then you head back to the ship. There's so many different landmarks because nothing is the same that you just easily remember your way back. You're like, oh yeah, that's the house that has the mermaid on it, and then oh yeah, the house that doesn't have a roof anymore apparently, that kind of stuff. And then you find your way back, and the ship, the Bloody Kraken, is in front of you. I started thinking about crab ravager again.
Awful. Rotten.
My home game is getting on the water tomorrow. The first ship we see is going to be called the Crab Ravager in your honor.
Very good.
I'm gonna go up to Captain Barbarossa and just report everything, not the Crab Ravager.
So you're saying everything is okay, other than the gang war?
More than likely, yeah. The Shady Mister is seems to be a neutral zone. So if anything gets really out of hand, that's always a place that everybody can retreat to just for things to kind of cool down.
That's
People
good.
do hide and try and ambush, but that might have just been a competing crew that's against us.
Used to that here.
Well, I'm glad one of us is.
Hey, Scalesy. Yes, boss. Captain. Captain boss.
Boss man.
You think you can promise not to kill anybody while we're here? He cracks his neck. I'll try my best, Captain. Yes, Scalesy overreacts when I'm involved in public places. Oh, he should be fine, though.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Are they together?
Yeah, go ahead. Are they
Oh.
together?
5.
jealous
They're just
type.
very good friends to me.
I rolled a 2, but that's a 12. With guidance and everything added on. I don't have a +10 to insight. Not
You're
yet.
thinking that he just has so much respect for her that he would kill to protect her,
That he would kill.
even if
Cool.
it meant killing someone who's probably like not actually a threat.
Okay.
All right, Scalesy, tell the crew that we are to head to the Shady Mister, and if they want to stay in the city, we'll pay, but they can always come back to the ship. All right, I'm gonna go tell the crew. Unless
What
you-
is it that we're doing here again?
Resupplying, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we need to get supplies and
Got it.
restock on food. We did lose our food when in that rain.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't get the accent for her back. Yeah. But thank you for this. This has been incredibly helpful. Now we know that we don't have anything to worry about.
Cool.
I don't know. It's pretty
Oh.
gross out there.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
it's not something you can avoid.
Watch out for falling excrements. I've happened a little earlier.
Hey, Scalesy. Scalesy pops his head back in. Yes, Captain. If anyone dumps excrement on me, you can kill them. Got it, Captain. Let me exit. All right,
Oh.
get out of my office
Let's go
and
back to our quarters
go
real quick.
and enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, we head down below deck to split up those magic items and
All right.
take a short rest for those of us who are injured.
Yes,
Which is me.
Help.
And you know what? We'll take a shorter rest right now. This feels like a more appropriate time. Good timing. 10 to 12-ish minutes.
Yep.
Break. We will be back, and we will divvy up those magic items, and then do whatever. Meet up with Team Genie. Talk
And
about wishes.
and
and
everything
trauma.
will be great. Okay, 12 minutes.
Do we have to talk about trauma?
Yes. 12 minutes.
Okay, we'll be back.
Bye.
All right, and we're back. Just some fun shenanigans, times, and loot divvies and stuff beforehand. But now we're gonna get even more divvy with these divvies. As we divvy the magic items that you all got.
I was like,
I'm
what
gonna
the
divvy
hell
or
does
divvy with
divvy
some
mean?
divvy.
Divvy these
I was
divvies,
like, are
divvy.
you trying to say savvy?
No. Right,
Alright.
so you all get to discuss amongst all of you who gets what of the loot pile that you had just earned.
Well, I guess, does anyone have a particular, like, thing they would like?
Well, I already got this boomerang, so you guys can pick up whatever else you want. So,
Do we want to say all the potions are kind of communal until we
mhm.
want to just divvy those up? I mean, I think all the potions of healing, we can decide who wants to carry them, but
Well, how many do we have?
Yeah.
How many of those do we have left? Because we gave some of those to Team Cheney.
we got 2 potions of healing, just standard, and then 1 potion of greater healing, and then 1 elixir of health.
Does an elixir of health? What is? Oh, I don't even know what that does.
I was
That
looking
is
it
all
up because I have no
character.
idea.
My GMG is on the other side of the room.
It's removes like conditions and things and diseases, so it doesn't heal you.
Oh, so that's something we can use whenever we actually need it, so we don't need to give it to a specific person.
Yeah.
Vrexil will walk over and pick up the 2 little crystal lenses, the eyes of minute seeing. I think I could probably fit these into my, like, as an extension on my goggles. And you see, I mean, because Vrexil's already got like the, you know, Nicolas Cage, like, different lenses that come down over. It's like, I mean, never hurts to have 1 more.
It's just like 50 little mirrors, like in Spy Kids, all just get.
That's the goal. By the end of the dungeon.
I don't know. My watch doesn't tell time.
Vrexil, you suddenly get an idea for creating a set of goggles that you can take all of these different like lens enchantments and such and put them all into one.
Ooh.
And you can come up with a name. So just like if there's, you can take the different enchantments from like these items that of your choice that could kind of work in a set of goggles, and then just create your own.
Ooh, okay. Or I could have 50 layers.
Or you could have 50.
Dev,
like
bros.
Oh no, you're really okay.
Okay.
Dev, don't ruin the artificer's dream of just the world's tallest goggles.
He's got him on
I
his
never said
forehead.
that I never
They
said
add
the
a good
goggles
4
had
feet
to
of
be.
height.
I never said the goggles had to be small. Just a single set of goggles, no matter how many lenses flip out.
I mean, I've already got pretty good investigation, but these would definitely, you know, give me some really good ability to just like anytime we get close to something, it'd be a pretty guaranteed good shot. So
Yeah.
Moxie will kind of go ahead and grab the bag of pixie dust and then just kind of be like, you know, anyone object? Alright, and then she's gonna throw it in her bag and be like, flying monk, here I come.
I mean, they didn't take the boost of levitation, did they?
No, but you have to attune to them.
Oh.
And I'm at, I've already got 2 tattoos and a cape.
And I've already got
What's
2
your-
hammers and a hammer and another hammer.
What's your second tattoo, Moxie?
The Book of Eldath.
Mm.
It's a back
Oh.
tattoo. Yeah, once I
yeah.
like became the cleric.
Oh yeah.
But I would have given up my protection cloak for another tattoo, but nothing else is, I think, worth it. Because I
The
look so
brooch.
fabulous in this cape.
The brooch of shielding is also an attunement item.
I have open attunement slots if nobody else wants it.
yeah, I have 1, I think, open and slot. Yeah.
I have 2.
That brooch might be good for Canari because it resistance to force damage and immune to magic missiles.
Yeah. And things
like-
just seem to go for Canari, and Moxie reaches over and pinches her cheek as a
Ow.
joke. As if she's
Slap
some
your
kind
hand.
of old lady grandmother.
I see we started the PvP.
What?
Grandma pinch.
Yeah. Bryn, do you want the brooch of shielding, or are you?
I don't have any more spices for it.
Dev, how many doses of the ointment are there?
Yeah, it has one of those things where you roll for it, right?
Yeah.
Roll for it.
Oh,
1d4 plus 1.
4 plus 1.
All right, 5. Max. That's a good roll. These are nice too. As an action, 1 dose of the ointment can be swallowed or applied to the skin, and that creature regains 2d8 plus 2 hit points, ceases to be poisoned, and is cured of any disease.
I'll take the ointment.
And it smells like aloe.
Ooh, it'll make it smell.
Nice.
Yeah, but when you lather it all over yourself, we'll at least be like, wow, smells nice.
I'm thinking more of using it on you guys as a minor heal if
No.
others are busy.
A robot slathered in Vaseline now.
It's not an ointment, it's just wood varnish.
Just Dutch
They
oil.
usually smell like aloe, but this one smells like fresh pine.
It also comes in a weird Christmas tree shaped bottle that just hangs from places.
Air freshener.
I can already fly, so does anybody else want the boots of levitation? Or, I mean, I don't know how many attunements. Are they attunement?
They are.
I checked a lot of stuff
Yeah, I think they all are.
Yeah.
Okay.
before.
Wait, I
was
have
like,
an
"This is what I'll
idea."
take."
What if I levitate and then I can like grappling hook myself places?
Yeah. You like can take the grappling hook and stick it into your arm and then put your hand on top of it. So you shoot
Just-
your hand.
Just throw one end to Braenna and she can just swing you around.
Yeah.
I mean, I've already got boots attuned.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. If you have
I
your
don't-
shadow blade out and you just hold it out while Braenna's spinning you, you become like this like swirling death tornado.
I will take the boots of levitation and I take off the boots of the winding path and I take them back to Vrexil.
That's okay.
I'm so sorry, Vrexil.
That means he can do like another thing now, though, right?
It does, yeah. I can
Yeah.
give somebody else a thing.
Gosh.
I want to take your assistance, but I'm just too good.
There's the scroll of protection from aberrations, which I think most of the Korai spirits are technically aberrations.
Oh, you should definitely.
Yeah, I mean, is it essentially like protection from evil and good, Dev?
No, it's
Or
like,
like-
it's like a they can't touch you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, that's fun. Okay, I will gladly take that.
No, scrolls of protection are really good. How much more do y'all have left, Divvy?
There's still a lot.
There's all the potions.
Alright, Vrexil's just gonna hear me out and holds up the potion of diminution.
Even smaller.
Smaller, no. Smaller,
I
no.
mean, if nothing else, could we not pour it on your chair? Or do you have to actually ingest it?
Yeah, I'd probably have to ingest it, which means I'd have to. But still.
But think, even smaller barbarian.
A stealth barbarian.
I'm already pretty sneaky. I have these boots. I have the boots of sneakiness.
I mean, if you wanted to make something, Vrexil, that like, you know, doesn't need attunement, I would gladly take more clothing items.
I'll have to look at my list. I believe.
So many things need attunement.
I believe once I've picked, I need to level up in order to change what I've picked. So,
Oh.
Ooh.
But I've got, I've got a general just like +1 to your armor class armor or shield
Oh.
infusion that if anybody uses those things, I could throw on.
I have a shield. I mean, if you want Canari to have a 20 armor class.
That would be nice.
And when I reach 10th level, that bonus becomes +2.
Ooh, that's nice.
Let me see. While wearing... Yeah, it's not... It doesn't say that that one's attunement, and I don't believe it is. So, if you give me a long rest, I can swap that. I just can't swap the things I know, but I can swap which things I've got out.
Okay. So we still have the Helm of Underwater Action. We still have the +1 longsword. We have the goat statues. The Greater Healing Potion. The Potion of Giant Strength. +1 studded leather. The Pole of Angling.
Nope, the studded
Didn't they
leather.
take the studded leather?
No, yeah, they took the studded leather,
Yeah.
right. The Pole of Angling and the Potion of Force Resistance?
So is there anything that we actually like want? I'm assuming that we'll keep the potions. If nothing else, like someone will just have them.
You can always just throw everything in the trunk of folding. And
I was gonna say, if there's any
Yeah.
he's like super attached to anything, we can just hold on to him and sell him.
I think the Helm of Underwater Action will be really good if we go to the Underwater Temple because it gives that breathing.
Oh, you're
thing,
right. If only we
which
could
we
have
should-
gotten a necklace of adaptation.
Yeah.
They took that, right?
Yeah. But I think if we end up there, there's a chance we'll all need, whenever we hit the checkpoint, I think we all need to get potions of water breathing or something.
The bubbles.
Yeah.
Breathing bubbles.
Yeah.
Well, at least we have that. And I'll go ahead and put the potion of giant strength in my inventory. Otherwise, I'm good with putting the rest of that stuff in the thing, and we'll either sell it or keep it for ourselves.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
like
wait.
the.
Vrexil should get the giant strength one.
I was
We
thinking
already
that
talked
in
about it
case,
being swole.
in case Vrexil gets in trouble and he needs strength and he doesn't have anyone to help him.
What I'm
He could
seeing
pop it.
is Vrexil's like upper body like remains unchanged, but his lower body becomes like just massively muscular.
Even better, his like suit, like the little like spider like
Just get
little things just become
legs.
steel
Just get-
beams.
Yeah.
It goes full Transformers and he turns into a mech.
Yes.
Um,
I'll
Do you
take the
wanna-
goat.
do we want to divide up the potions of healing?
I have 2 potions of healing right now.
Yeah, I still have mine, so I'm good with us just kind of putting them away or making it so that we all kind of have 2.
Yeah. So I've got 2.
I
I've
have
got
2.
3.
Okay, so maybe the potions of healing just go in the. Yeah, potions of healing go in the trunk, and then we just resupply as needed.
Does somebody want the greater?
I'll hold on to it. Or do you want? Yeah, that's maybe a better idea, Umbran.
I have a massive 2-person heal, and if I do have to pop it off, it will take a large chunk from my hit points. Would
You
be
take
nice
it.
as a backup.
Yeah,
Take
that's
it.
a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah, you're also far enough away in most of combat where you won't go down as quickly as others of us,
Yeah.
as far as we know.
Yeah. Well, and soon, I know next time we level up, I'll be able to sonic heal as channel
Yeah.
divinity.
Are you gonna do like a black canary screech and then everyone just like
Gotta go fast.
I'm adding the goats to my inventory
Do it.
because I like them. Oh, are these? Oh no, I just have to equip them. There we go.
Yeah, that's why I have the raven still, because you don't. It's not attuning.
Cool.
Maybe I should go put this stuff in D&D Beyond. I forgot I had one of those.
Yeah.
I think we're ready to roll out.
So with the loot divided, which took you quite a bit of time talking about them, discussing things, you head back out into the city and follow the same direction towards the tavern. You are joined by the crew. You all seem to walk together. Everyone seems to have kind of a lightness to them. There's this tenseness from being on a ship because your body's always reacting to the movements, and they are hardened people. But now that they're not on a ship and they're allowed to relax a little bit, and you see that in each of them. And they seem like tight-knit group as they're all talking and discussing with each other, pointing things out. You're kind of like not in the clique. You're just kind of like nearby as you're walking along, but they're not trying to hide any like their own joyousness with the rest of you.
As an aside, was there a short rest while we divvied up loot?
Yes, definitely. I forgot that you hadn't rested since the battle.
Yes. I mean, I'm fine. I'm only down 6 hit points out of my 88.
I'm down 19, so I'm just gonna...
I'm going to use my Pearl of Power to get a 3rd level spell slot back.
You continue into the tavern. And as you all start to enter, you see that each of the different crew members, most of them recognize somebody here. You see Lady Lixamora, and she calls out, "Hey, Orlin, you fat bastard! I'm coming." And then she walks in a direction, and then her sister, Trinthis, follows after. And yeah, Galesy and Captain Barbarossa go to the bar, like just lean up on it, just order some drinks, and they're just having their private conversation time. No romance. And yeah,
Braenna,
same pattern for all of the rest of the group.
Yeah, Braenna acquires more alcohol for show.
You actually see Team Genie, who had apparently been saving you a section. They pulled some tables together and spread out, but as soon as they see you, they open up, and 4 seats are revealed, and a space for the spider mech.
Braenna walks over with Double Fistin at the moment.
They each seem to have their own beers, and the table has breads and some slabs of meat, and seems as though a meal is ordered for probably around 10 people. An extra helping for Braenna.
Perfect. Clive, did you pick out the good mates?
Yeah, I sniffed each of them individually.
Perfect.
That was a joke. I was being sarcastic.
Does that make us the weird ones now?
He's lovely.
And yeah, you all sit down, and Gale says, "You all look amazing. Each of you seems to have gone through a transformation of beauty while in the dungeon sphere. It's wonderful to see."
It's good to see you. I don't know.
No, Moxie, it's not your smell. That's a whole entirely different conversation. I'm
Well,
talking
I
about
can
all the
recognize a compliment when we get one. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Like, Moxie, you have tattoos everywhere, and each of you seem to have different armors and such. It's such a good sight. Reginald is actually reading a little book. He like peeps up over it every so often and gets back into it with little smoke clouds.
Is he just reading like a novel, or is it like a...
Give me a perception check.
Vrexil is also very interested in this.
Vrexil.
I would like to wager a guess it's a book Canari's mom has read in the past.
Oh god.
Well, now it is.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. Perception? 22.
Yep. Ooh. It is a book called The Tales and Times of Harlan Square. And he looks up and he sees you peering at it. Both of you see this. And he says, "Oh, it's a book of poetry. If you are interested in borrowing it once I'm done,
Sure. That would be lovely.
send a message on the sending stone."
Mhm.
And the book goes back up.
What was the name of it? The Tales and Times of
Harlan Square.
Harlan Square. He had a character named Harlan.
Oh,
It was in that one shot.
serendipitous.
Well, it's that one shot where you played Shander and then tried to rewrite history.
I do that often. Anyway. All right. Empress is furiously like composing in front of her. She has a bunch of like music sheets and she's like just furiously like scribbling in a quill, looking up, looking around. And if anyone looks at her while she's like doing this, she's saying, "Can she hear it? Can she? The music of this place. This is inspiring." And then she starts writing more music. You hear if you do pause to like kind of take in what she's hearing, you hear the various different discordant sounds of the various different instruments all over, the voices rising and falling. And if you take a little bit of time and understand more of a big picture depth sort of thing, you can kind of see what she's getting at, maybe. Or maybe she's just insane.
Probably that one. I think Moxie's just kind of busy with probably Braenna and Claude chatting and eating.
And drinking.
Yeah, lots of drinking, lots of
Lots
eating.
of drinking, yep.
So, we talked it over and we said that we would tell you about the key.
Oh yeah, that'd be good to know.
Reginald lowers his book. Yes, actually, the key is right here. He like flips his hand and suddenly there's a key there. And the key is a clear crystalline structure that seems to refract the light. And it seems to be, it's like crystal clear. Like you can see right through it, but it doesn't appear to be like glass. Maybe diamond-esque, but not quite a diamond.
Cubic zirconium.
Yeah, but something of a interesting presence to it. Yeah, so what I will tell you is that this key, it was very helpful that Gale was around, because you see, this key is one that represents air, sky, one of the four elements. And as such, we had to use air in some creative way to retrieve the key. So, yeah, large tower, key floating at the top of it.
And this was
Has a
the
planet
island
there.
of gnomes, you said, right?
Yes, yes. I actually believe that we will have a wonderful time on this level. As you see before you, we each represent one of the four elements. So, if we pull ahead of you, hopefully there's no hard feelings after that.
Not at all.
I think our element coverage is a little scarce.
You all can probably think of something when the time comes.
I'll let someone else do that.
The thinking.
All right, I can't wait any longer. Please tell me. Tell me, what are your wishes for if you win the Dungeon Sphere?
You first.
Oh, me. Oh, it's nothing big. I am an orphan. I fell out of the sky when I was a young girl before I could remember, and I don't know who my family is. So, my wish is just to learn who they are and see if they're anywhere that I can find them.
Family is important.
Family is important.
That was Gale, right?
That was Gale.
Oh, that was Gale.
I don't want to go next. Emrys. Huh? Oh, the wishes, yes. Oh. Music. Music is life. It's vibrant, it's vivacious, exuberant. It's wonderful. So, I want to use my wish to open a school that can take in musicians who want to be more performers, be more expressive, and to make their music an art beyond what we traditionally know. How about, Mrs. Gale, we have a few of you go. The boys are a little more self-conscious of theirs. She leans over and whispers that to Canari.
Well,
There's a bird in her hair, by the way.
There always is. I'd be surprised if there wasn't.
Canari kind of holds her finger out to the bird, just to see if it'll kind of step onto her finger.
A second bird that you didn't see flies out of her hair into her finger.
I think Canari kind of jumps a little bit, but then sees the little bird on her finger and just kind of rests it out there and almost seems to be talking to it, and just says, I've always grown up in the temple. I've thought of it as my sanctuary and safe space, and I just want to be able to extend that to others. So, I don't know, trying to find some way to empower it or just make it more hospitable for others to be a source of refuge out of the streets.
That is so sweet.
Oh, I mean, Empress wants to open a school of music. I mean, mine's kind of in that. I mean, I've already been doing it somewhat, but
Yeah, but yours is going to be a sweet little. She grabs a little bird, sweet little bird house for all those people in need, all those little birds, lost little
True.
birds.
And there are many. It seems as though. And I think Canari just kind of lets the pause hang there before
And now
she gets
let's,
too ahead of herself.
Let's hear from someone else. Anyone on your team? Maybe? Oh no. I've made this very awkward.
Oh, well, I have no wish. I'm simply here to honor the good name of House Silveronia, so.
Yes, but you
Not
do
much
get a
to
wish.
tell. Yes, but I don't need it. I do not have one.
I think that makes what you're going to use it on even more interesting.
Well, you can always use it to help people. Or something wonderful, like maybe you want to own a mansion with a waterfall in the center.
I already live in a mansion of
Oh.
House Elronia.
Oh. That sounds a lot better than the cold orphanage walls. She stares off into the distance.
I'm just gonna sit there and just like, I just very gently put the bird back in her hair.
Shove it back in there.
Seems to
like,
snap her out a little bit.
Yeah, I'll just kind of pat her shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
I can't imagine one as yourself so in tune with nature staying in an orphanage for long.
I suppose I didn't think I had anywhere else to go. Well, that was until Reginald found us. He actually found each of us and brought us together when we were youths and taught us and raised us in his home. He's kind of like our father, but we were all a little later in life, so he just wanted us to respect him as a teacher. So it was heartbreaking when we lost one of the students, one of the four of us.
Was that,
I am sorry that happened.
that was the water genasi, right?
Yeah,
Out of character, yeah.
that was. Gil leans over. That was his favorite. You know, his patron is a merit of the water. Yeah.
No, she seemed really nice in the interviews.
I know that she was happy that we got to go on, because each of us decided that we would be here to ensure that we at least tried to make each other's dreams come true. Reginald clears his throat. Well, that's not the whole story. Well, you see, even though my patron is a Myrid, it is not a patron I have a good relationship with. I was young and foolish, but when I made such a deal, such a contract, I'm old and tired. And if I were to get a wish, I would wish to end the contract with my patron so that I could just retire from the indentured servitude of it all. Then I could just live out the remaining days that I have in peace. And they were the ones that convinced me to do it. Yeah, my wishes. So I was like the smallest of my brothers, and they were bullying me, and the people in my village were making fun of me. So I ran away, and then I found some bears, and then they raised me. I was raised, yeah. They were a much better family. So, one day we were just out, you know, being bears, and we were targeted by some hunters, and they protected me and got shot by some arrows and died. So if I get my wish, I'm gonna bring back my bear parents. Yeah. Reginald said that they can live in their house with us after this, so. Well, that's all of us. How about the rest of you?
I mean, mine's easy. I just want a really big sapphire.
Oh, yes, sapphires are beautiful and would match your skin tone and the gold glowing.
Just like a giant, massive one, though.
I can see it.
Yeah, I want to sit on it like a throne.
I want a sapphire. I'm gonna change my wish.
I mean, the bear parents is really nice, though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna change my wish.
Yeah. I think that's probably a good idea. But you can come over. We'll be friends and stuff, and like you can come see my big sapphire.
Can I sit on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let you sit.
I thought you were gonna like say you can come see it, but you can't sit on it.
No, that'd be rude.
Yeah.
You can see it, but don't touch. You're gonna get your greasy fingerprints.
Yeah.
No, I'll have someone to clean it.
Braenna, how about you?
I'm kind of looking at Moxie as she's saying hers. And I'm like, I want to find my brother.
Oh yeah. That's a good one. Oh, your brother. Oh. Gail puts her hand on your shoulder. If anyone understands how much it hurts to lose family, I understand completely.
And she goes, yeah, he was my twin, and he was, kind of a bummer. So I like him back. This way.
Empress looks up. She stares at Vrexil.
Vrexil's like twiddling with the glasses, just like has just not been. Oh, no, I could do what?
Silence interrupts the harmony. You should share your story.
Oh, well, I like Moxie. Mine's pretty easy too. I
Also
really
wants a big sapphire.
I mean, that would be nice.
He's gonna get a big ruby, and then they'll match.
Oh my god.
No, I really like books, and there are a lot of books by gnomes that have gone missing over the years. My wish is to get them all back. Kind of the memory of our people as much as we can. So just try and preserve for history and all that.
Oh, that is wonderful. Empress keeps staring at you. I like that one. Yeah,
I
like
changed
that
my
one.
wish to that.
No, but
He's like, I'm gonna get a big bunch of books, and someone's like, Claude, you can't read, and he's like, oh. Never mind, I'll keep the bears.
yeah. So, I mean, thank you all for sharing.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, I'll talk about a big sapphire anytime.
Right. Everyone who lied, roll me a deception check.
Alright, well.
22.
All right.
I don't know with that.
18.
I haven't decided if I'm lying yet or not.
18
There's the
for
whole
Moxie.
poor eye thing. No, I still have my wish. I was telling the truth this time.
For now.
For now. I don't know. The Cora might be worse, but I think we can handle it.
I'm pretty sure Moxie's lied to everyone about hers, but...
Empress turns and looks at Moxie, and an eyebrow raises.
Who does? Oh, Empress.
And then she just gets back into her music. She takes a big swig of her ale, burps, and then gets back into the music.
Moxie's just gonna be like, you know what might make it better? And she's gonna pull out the vial of the hallucinogenic spores and like kind of shake it in
God.
Empress's direction.
Oh, see, those are very valuable assets.
Look, I've gotten a lot of use out of them, so...
Yeah, maybe we save them.
That would be perfect for my artistic.
And Moxie's gonna hand it to
Capabilities.
her with like a knowing, don't ask questions look.
She pours some out on the table and then her eyes glow like fire.
Oh, here we go.
Oh no.
Like
Good time.
smoke rises up from her hair a little bit, and then she starts fiercely scribbling.
Jeez.
Yeah. Jacob knows all about this. He's a composer. This is
Yeah.
actually his entire process.
He just takes a bunch of mushroom spores that he got from some mushroom people in the forest and
Yeah,
furiously
exactly.
creates.
I mean, I've seen Jacob wandering outside looking for mushrooms on the ground. We've all seen it.
Or I can't do it.
Moxie's also going to get some dirt out of her bag to like kind of take care of her wubbit at the table with her like backpack and stuff.
You take the wubbit, you place it down onto the table.
Almost made this
Everyone-
orphan today.
All of Team Genie stop, except Reginald, and turn and look at your creature. Claude looks at you. Yeah. Can I hold it?
You'll have to ask the colonel, and she's gonna like kind of just
You mean
look at the colonel.
constable?
Oh yeah, the constable.
Forget your
Forgot.
own
Look,
pet's name.
Yeah.
Rank changes depending on the day. It's
Guys,
fine.
it's been a week.
You know, they're kind of jerky things. I tried, and I had one, and it teleported away, and it was very rude.
Constable.
So this helps, and Umbran will pull out his lyre and start plucking the song that he had played when they were in the Wubbit.
Constable yawns and seems to wake up with the music kind of raising the constable's spirits. And Gale looks at it and gets down real close and gets close to its face and starts speaking in a language known as Sylvan.
Oh, you can talk to the constable.
Oh, yes, I can. He's a great conversationalist.
Oh God, I gotta learn Sylvan.
And you hear like some clicks and some like whispering like noises and squeaks and stuff coming from your little Sylvan half rocky hedgehog back kind of thing, fluffy bottom, white exterior. And Gale looks up and says, "The constable requests sustenance."
Oh yeah, and then Moxie will go about getting dirt and stuff to like
Give him
feed
a
it with
rack.
rocks. Maybe a cup
and-
from around, and she just like downs alcohol and then hands it to him.
Booze
He is-
dirt.
Stands up and slowly crawls over to the rocks and then just like starts like grabs one in his mouth and starts chewing, and you hear the he says thank you.
Gosh, he's so cute.
Claude is like slowly just like reaching down to like poke its back.
Apparently they're like under the nose or under the
Yeah.
something. I don't remember.
Jen.
He slowly like changes and like goes to like the chin and scritches a little bit, and the constable seems to enjoy it. But where's Jerome?
Oh, Jerome is always here, and I reach into my hood and I gently set Jerome down on the table.
Instantly, Jerome like snags a fly that's in the air. There's a few of them. You've had to get used to them.
Jerome is a self-sustaining pet.
I think that was a challenge to Moxie, but
I mean, I just have a bunch of dirt in my bag and rocks for him, so you know, the constable does what the constable wants.
actually, the constable makes his own dirt.
Ew.
That's pretty cool. Every couple days, Moxie just changes it out for new dirt, and it's fine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Rocks turn to dirt. Anyway, it's an adorable creature. Everyone who's watching, the Wubbit. So, the evening draws on, the libations are had, and there seems to be this genuine camaraderie between the two teams, something that you haven't really felt from other teams that you've met so far. And after the night comes to a close and they excuse themselves back to the Crab Ravager, they walk off and you feel this tingling warmth inside of you that you can only get from people who are just completely authentically themselves.
It's the warmth of friendship.
Friendship. We have.
Claude's gonna be really
Wild.
disappointed when my wish is not a big sapphire.
I'll just hope that he's still around to see it.
Yeah.
Soon
Right.
there comes. Oh wait, no. This bar's open all night. I was like, should they close? No, this isn't the type of bar to ever close.
It's 3 a.m. Closing time. Everyone get out.
And then they turn around and they're like, we're open. It's 3:15.
Yeah.
We take 15 minutes to not clean anything.
Yeah,
Let
we
you
take
guys back in.
15 minutes to just like stretch.
The change of the guard.
Yeah.
Everyone roll me a perception check.
Ooh, Dev, I did have a question real quick.
Yes.
From previous years of the Dungeon Sphere, does one team win and other teams survive, but they've
Yep.
just lost? Okay.
That is correct.
Modified 20.
18.
God damn it! I haven't rolled over a 6 for perception all night.
I also have a dirty 20.
I have a 13.
All right, so Moxie, Umbran, and Vrexil, you hear a couple of tables over this group who appear to be sailors or pirates. You're not sure the difference here. And you hear one of them begin to speak of an old tale of the labyrinth beneath the sea.
Oh, we're interested in that.
They say.
We're interested in that.
And they're close enough where you can eavesdrop with those perception checks. And the one speaking is a dwarf.
We do that. We listen in.
The dwarf's beard is braided in a single braid down, and then he has several different cornrows, dark-skinned, and he just seems to be squinting one eye as if like there's got scratched, and you see like close there's like a scar. Like, yeah, they talk of the labyrinth beneath the sea. They say that it's the labyrinth that all the dead must go through to reach the afterlife. But if you get lost in the labyrinth beneath the sea, then your soul is lost forever. They do also say that for those of the living who make it through, they will enter the afterlife or the various other places that one might end up through the labyrinth. You never know where you're gonna end up. It's fate that drags you along. But if you find the guide of the labyrinth before you go in, that guide will take you wherever you want to go. They say that this guide only will help those who have lost. You gotta prove that you've lost someone or something that you've cared about with your whole being, or else the guide won't help you through. But you, old Flanagan over here, will get lost no matter where he goes. So like it or not. Can't count on him to find any way on these seas. Old Flanagan.
Can't find his way out of a pair of pants, I bet.
Hey, McHenry. You're right.
Oh. Those are the two names.
It's been a long night for Flanagan. He's just defeated right off the bat.
And yeah, you get that information, the two names, just kind of like in cohort, is that a word? No, cohorting, carousing, that's the word. Carousing together.
You can cohort with someone.
Kid. And then you all feel as though exhaustion is near, for those of you who need to sleep. Would you want to go back to the... Oh yeah, your crew members, some of them have disappeared, some of them had left and like said goodbye on the way out, but they're doing their thing, so you can either go back to the Bloody Kraken, or you can find a place to stay.
I think I'd rather go back. I don't know about you guys.
No
Yes,
point in
they should-
risking it in abodes we're not familiar with.
Someone should probably keep an eye on the ship overnight.
Yeah, Canari, I had something I could do to your shield if I have a place to work, so I'm gonna go back to the boat.
Sure.
So everyone's going back to the boat? To the boat?
Brain's
Right.
gonna get
Yeah.
one last drink for the walk.
Yeah, the mister said that you wanted the strongest drink that we have.
Well, obviously, yes.
Oh, well, this is called the Dragon Scream. I hope you like it. And if you die, we're not liable.
That's promising.
I'm not worried.
Okay. And then
Wait, I want to see this drink that kills.
this little halfling walks away. You look at the drink and it just appears to be like a clear liquid, but then like floating throughout, there seems to be little sparks of energy, just like.
Now this is
Good
more
thing.
like it. Braenna drinks it appropriately.
All right, roll me a Constitution saving throw. You have advantage.
Well, I rolled a 6 and an 18. So, 25.
25. Okay. You drink it down, and it feels like tingly inside. It wakes you up,
Ow!
and then the flavor. There's something unique about it. A little like zhuzh.
Juji.
It hits just right. And
The-
you feel as clear-minded as you've ever been.
Whoa. That was nice. Maybe I can stay another hour or so.
Everyone else, other than Umbran, are like having a hard time keeping their eyes open from all the drinks and the day and the fighting from earlier.
And Braenna will stay for like another hour.
All right, everyone else.
I do not stay for the other hour. After not seeing Braenna die, I'm like, well, you seem fine, and I leave.
After there was no death, I was like, never mind.
I was here for first aid in case it was needed.
Oh yeah, let's get the timing on this. Did everyone stay to watch Braenna chug that whole thing down?
No.
Okay, so Moxie left beforehand.
I think Canari would probably stay with Braenna just so she doesn't have to walk alone.
Canari stays with Braenna.
Vrexil will
hour.
probably walk with Moxie then.
Okay, Vrexil and Moxie head back. Umbran stays until the drink is consumed and nothing is wrong, and then Umbran will leave separately. So then it's Moxie and Vrexil first, and then Umbran, and then Braenna and Canari are staying behind.
I don't like the specificity of this.
I don't either, but
And Braenna be like
Probably
to
Moxie,
Braenna will
let's be
say,
real.
Canari, you don't have to stay. I can beat up stuff pretty good all by myself. I don't need
No,
you don't need to stay if you
I-
don't want to.
No, I know. I'm a night owl normally, and it's just easier for me to be awake at night, and yeah, it's a thing.
Deception check, insight check. If you're deceiving.
I'm not.
I don't think Canari's deceiving.
Oh, okay.
Canari's pretty honest about most.
Oh, okay.
Canari is a Twilight cleric. She's
Yeah,
all about the
It's in my
nighttime.
theme, Dad.
That's fair. That is true. I didn't think of that.
I was like, if anybody's eyes are still open, it's probably hers. Like she's.
Nari's like, I guess I should go to bed.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, Vrexil and Moxie, you leave the tavern, and there seems to be a light fog over the city. Not like the ethereal fog that exists beyond the border of this space that you're in. It's just like a light misting that seems to go throughout. And I need both of you to roll me a d20, just a normal d20.
So not my special loaded one?
So not your special loaded one.
Alright, if you insist. I got a 10.
All right.
I also don't have a
Oh
loaded
no.
I don't know what that means in this context.
die. I don't either.
All right, Vrexil.
Oh no, he's looking at a table.
All right, Vrexil, does a 23 hit you?
Yeah.
All right, so from the water,
Fucking hell.
just this giant green tentacle appears and then launches at you.
What?
Oh no.
And
I'm sorry,
you
what?
become grappled. And Moxie's seeing this. You become grappled and restrained.
Oh no. Oh no.
And from the force of it wrapping around you and squeezing, you will take 13 bludgeoning damage.
Oh no. Oh
and
no.
you're grappled, restrained, and like lifted into the air a little bit. This isn't gonna be like an initiative thing. This is just like a sudden like, bam, tentacle. What do you do?
What the fuck?
Immediate slams the Thunderwave button. Just
Moxie's slightly thrown off, so she's like, Vrexil, stop playing around.
Tired.
I'm not nearly this good.
I'm not nearly.
Oh no, I have to find my last notes.
Oh
Alright.
God.
Your last notes.
Yeah, I have notes about some of the stuff that I have. Okay, I'm good.
All right. So it needs to do strength, Constitution. Oh, that's a natural 20.
No. Well, it still takes half of 15.
It's the Kraken dice, so it was a little Kraken.
Boo.
Kraken.
How dare you
I mean,
betray
that's
us?
cute, but rude.
All right, how much damage?
It's a 7. 15.
All right. You are not pushed away, but the tentacle does seem to go and like you get shake around as it like reacts to the thunderous burst that just came out from you. Moxie, what do you? Yes.
Is anybody else on the docks like A, around, and B, reacting to this? Like, oh, just that's Dave the Kraken like taking somebody. Or is this like?
God damn it, Dave.
No, that's just Bill. No. Roll me a perception check.
I
Will you stop playing with that dome?
I'm rolling with disadvantage. I can't see shit.
All right.
Oh well, okay. Well, maybe I still can. That's still 15.
You see that some of the housing structures around you, some people like slam their windows shut as this is happening. And,
They're not interested in helping.
You see this older gentleman, this older human, just like rocking back and forth on his porch, He's like missing. He's blind. So he's like missing. Both of his eyes are closed.
Oh,
He has a
no.
little cane next to him.
Yeah.
Huh? What's happening over there?
I could use some
Tentacles.
help out here.
10 nickels?
I ain't got 10 nickels.
I got 10 nickels.
Oh my god.
Oh, you mean tentacles?
Yeah.
Yeah, that just sort of happens sometimes around here.
Like, is it a friend of anyone's or like a monster?
Nah.
I just enjoy the fact that like Moxie's probably having this conversation and Vrexil's just in the background, like so often.
Fighting for his life, just like.
I hate that things grab our gnome and flail him around. I hate that.
And I'm pretty much out of spells. Damn it.
Everyone just calls him Slimy. Hey, that's Slimy. Hey, toki kappa Slimy.
Are people gonna get mad if I punch it?
Nah.
Okay, cool. And Moxie will go ahead and turn around. Is it within 15 feet of me?
Yeah.
Cool. She's gonna turn on her fists. And I know you have to you do attack with these maybe? I don't know. Hang on, let me check.
Yeah. It's everything's normal. Your unarmed strike just has 15 foot of range now, and you get that extra little boost.
But I can't use the 15 feet of range to grab Vrexil.
Nah.
Okay. So she's gonna aim it to punch at the tentacle, so hopefully it'll be surprised and drop him.
All right. Give me an intimidation check. If you hit.
Okay. That's gonna be a 19 on the dice plus 8.
All right. So I was going to say that if you antagonized it enough, or stunned it enough, or whatever, with your intimidation check, if you beat the escape DC, which was 16, he would drop Vrexil. So he drops Vrexil, and then the tentacle just slithers back into the water. And Vrexil, you just land on the docks.
Mm-hmm.
Moxie's like, that's what I thought, and then she'll go over and help Vrexil get up or whatever he needs.
The legs of the armor just just sprawled everywhere. It's yeah.
Bye, Slimy.
I don't like this place.
Yeah, I mean, they got a guy named Slimy. Who would like this place? Good alcohol though.
And you two then continue to proceed to the ship just fine.
Vrexil the entire way back has the orb of the gem of brightness up, just
It's lighthousing and everything.
It's random people in the alleyway
And Moxie
Yeah.
just waves with her shadow tendril fist as they walk by. Just to add.
Next, Umbran steps out of the tavern and starts heading back to the ship.
You probably see a slimy mess 100 feet down from the tavern.
There seems to be there's a little bit of a commotion or a tussle might have happened. You see an old blind guy just rocking back and forth, talking about Slimy, someone named Slimy. But a little bit after that space, you hear to the side, to your right, and then little ramshackle huts just seems to be attached to another conglomeration of buildings and materials. You hear a psst, psst, psst.
Intrigued, I will walk closer to the things.
you walk closer, and suddenly the curtain that seemed to be the door to this place just gets smashed open to the side, and you see a familiar face pop out.
It's Gorgatula.
Gorgatula.
I want to try something.
Darling, it's so good to see you. Yes, of course. A familiar face is always welcome. I will follow Gorgatula blindly into the hut.
And the hut is exactly the same as the other times, the other time that you saw it, but the exterior is different. Everything's in the same places. You got like the cauldron in the center, the little cooking pot in the fire, and another corner, all the ingredients and everywhere. And as she's walking by, she's just grabbing like various different ingredients. There's ingredients only that you can find at sea, or by the sea, or inside a creature of the sea, or someone who has died at sea and then blows it up to magnificent portions. Umbran, it's so good to see you. I can't wait to get the firstborn of your friends.
Oh yes, she talks about how excited she is for it all the time.
Now, she starts like mashing things together in a mortar and pestle, and takes like some different fixings and some teeth, and she opens up a jar and pulls out a tongue. Yes, this'll do. She slaps it into the pestle. You just like hear it.
That is the sound I would assume tongues make, yes.
And then she lights it all on fire, and then after the fire dissipates, the fire is like a variety of purples and greens and pinks and such, and then as soon as it ends, there's just this powdery substance, and she turns and hands it to you. Sprinkle this on your frog.
The frog is very important to me, Gorgatula. You must promise the frog will be okay.
The frog will be fine.
I trust you very much. Take Jerome out of my
We
bag.
make the weirdest friends.
You must do it. There, yes. Sprinkle it over your little friend.
If you die, I will be very upset, and I will have to murder a hag, so please don't die, Jerome.
Jerome sneezes.
Bless you.
His like lights light up a little bit. Hello.
Jerome?
I believe that is my nomenclature. Jerome is what you call me.
Are you alright?
I am indeed just fine.
Are you awakened now?
I do say I am. What does that mean? Should I
Doesn't even
start
his
a
final
business?
Oh, my baby.
Well, now we must find the world's smallest top hat for you.
It works! I'm afraid that only you can understand what he says, since you're the one that sprinkled it on him.
What do I do with this? What's the point?
He can now talk. I believed that this was a success.
Of course, I'm just startled by this information.
Oh, and I have other things for you and your friends.
Yes. Any assistance you can provide.
She goes and scurries to her little desk, and she pulls out this little sack, and she brings it over to you, and she says,
Yeah. When the time is right before the paths, the winding paths, deep in the sea, finding the brother and hoping the guide sees you for what you're worth, you take these. You ingest or rabbits. Well, you can ingest them too. You just need to have them masked inside of you. It will cause each of you to be able to withstand the pressure of the depths of the sea. That's why you won't be crushed by the overwhelming darker depths. Do you want to see your friends that you left with me?
Yes, of course, I would love to see them. It's been so long.
Over here.
She goes and then she grabs a curtain and she pulls it back, and inside this cage are just like 4 giant-sized glowing gnats.
It's so good to see Charles, the no-eyed one, Ticker Tack. And the other one, whose name I, of course, remember.
I'm
But
pretty
I
sure there were
absolutely-
4. One for each.
Yeah, there was
difference,
4. I don't remember the name. I absolutely know the name of the names I did not make up on the spot because they were dear friends to me.
They start making some like chirping noises.
Hey, they're very happy to see you again.
Yes, it's so good. I'm glad to see that everyone is well and
Master.
massive.
Can
Yes.
I eat those?
I'm sorry. Frightened me, Jerome. No, we have a good policy on not eating friends with names.
If they are names, I do not consume.
Yes, that is our policy on friends. Though Gorgatula, would you happen to have more glowworms? I'm about half empty of mine.
Oh, yes, there have
Dana.
been many babies.
Then she gives you this like box, this like wooden box, and then like if you open it up, there's just like a bunch of like wriggling glowworms with whatever they eat inside as well.
Moth, I think they eat like glowing
That's
worms.
one is Voss. That one is
Nope, they don't have names. It's okay.
Bluebirds.
It's okay. These ones have no names. Thank you. Oh, if I put them in the jar and shake them around, it won't matter.
Now, won't you stay for tea?
I would love to stay for tea.
Now you just spend a little bit of time just like sitting down, drinking tea, having great conversations with
I
Gorgatula.
sit there with tea, but I don't drink it, but I just have it.
She doesn't know.
Like when someone's like, take a beer, and you're like, thanks. Do you walk around the party with it? Just
She
drink.
starts asking about your adventures so far, what you've done, all of the nitty-gritty.
Tell me every wound that the flesh ones have gotten.
I do. Gorgatula's my best friend in the dungeon. I leave no detail unsaid. For what I'm sure will come back to bite us in the ass later, Umbran doesn't know better.
That
I love
escort across the sea or the river of death before you face the vampire. He sounds attractive.
Very dreamy. He was a wonderful host.
And then it just continues on until, like, at some point, she says, I must rest. I must go. She says, I must go.
You must go. Bye. I'll see you next time.
And then she
See you
leaves
next
the
time.
hut.
Lovely to catch up with you.
As soon as she leaves the hut, everything, like, changes, and you are just in this dilapidated hut with, like, nothing in it. Except the chair that you were sitting on.
Wonderful. Okay, back to the ship.
Sassy
That
lady.
wasn't-
You go back
that
to the
wasn't
ship.
odd.
And then
Jerome, I know not what to do now. But we will figure this out together, my dearest friend.
I must inform you that you should not tell your friends.
Oh no. Why is that?
Because one day, I will reveal myself to them.
I thought we were going
And
to get
then-
a Jerome villain arc.
And then they shall call me king.
Oh god, I love it. First we're gonna have to deal with the egg, and then we'll be like, oh, we finally did it. We've beat our adversary, and Jerome will just be like, not so fast. And then like the amped up battle music will start, and we'll all be like, oh god, no, we weren't expecting phase 5.
The final battle will actually be Gorgatula, Umbran, and Jerome versus the rest of you.
Oh no.
Good thing we got 3 goats.
We've evened the playing field.
Especially the goat of terror. Yeah.
Goat of terror.
With
All
this
right.
new knowledge, I will place Jerome back in my hood and continue on to the ship.
Last to leave the tavern, Braenna and Canari. Canari, have you been drinking this entire time?
I probably would have like had a drink with Team Genie, but
Braenna
after seeing-
100% would be occasionally just handing you another one. Like, come on,
yeah.
if you're gonna be here, you gotta keep up. I mean, you wanted to.
Okay. Okay.
If you are easily peer pressured by Braenna and begin drinking throughout the nights, throughout at least that hour.
I'm not trying to keep up with Braenna. I'm just trying to like enjoy it a little bit, but then I probably have a couple too many.
Come on now, don't you know this one? That what's her name? What's her name? The bard.
Oh, didn't they
Empress.
already leave?
Huh?
Oh, they already all.
Oh, did they all left? Well,
Yep.
who's ever doing the music? I'm sure at some point it's something familiar comes like, come on, you know this one, and
You
Braenna's
see
like
a
singing
goblin
along.
with a fiddle.
And even if she doesn't know the words, Braenna's singing along.
Aye, yes, aye, that one.
And it's a raucous evening.
That sounds like a banjo.
It is a banjo, and he is playing it up here. Like it's fine.
Canari's definitely just giggling the entire time.
Canari, you get giggly, and you feel like you're on the ship again, even though it's very stable
God.
where you're at. Braenna, you're fine.
Mhm.
Braenna, you're just clear.
And she's like, and like arm around Canari's shoulder, and like waving along to the music and stuff.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
As the two of you leave, the mists have gotten thicker, and how about if each of you roll me a d20?
Sure, why not?
You roll a natural 1, you might meet Slimy.
I rolled a 6.
18.
There are a few shady figures in the mist that seem to be trying to use this obfuscation to their advantage. But Canari stumbles through the fog a little bit, and they seem to get ready to do something, but then afterwards comes Braenna, and then they all back away.
Yeah, Braenna is like still like singing sea shanties, except for she doesn't actually know the words. So she's just
Something about the waves and the gulls and something. Canari's trying to keep along with it.
And Braenna, oh, I got you. Don't worry, I got you.
We're good. We're great.
What's the next word? I forgot.
Nice.
It's a pretty decent walk. You might get lost a little bit along the way, but then you find a familiar landmark, and you find your way back to the ship. You head back down to the hold and to where your team is. Umbran, where would you be?
I would have went to find Vrexil, because I still want him to make me a grappling hook.
Oh, yeah. And there's a slight rap on Vrexil's room. Maybe just 20 minutes after you had gotten back. No, not 20 minutes. You spent some time
I
with
spent a
Gorgatula.
lot of time with Gorgatula.
Let's say about 45 minutes. Maybe time is a little wonky in her hut.
You just hear come on in.
Greetings. I came to check on how things are going.
You enter the
and
room
more.
and it's Vrexil and Lady Elixir. Just kidding.
Whoa.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Well,
New ship.
Sad. Gonna be
Just
some
kidding.
sad moms
She's still a
in the
lesbian,
audience tonight.
everybody.
No, you see Vrexil on the little roller cart, like, roll out from under the armor. And you see
Oh, no.
Canari's shield on a stand, and the two of them kind of connected by, like, little strands of, like, cabling and the like. It's like, oh, what's going on?
Came to check on you. How have you been?
Oh, yeah, just transferring a little enchantment here, and just easy stuff, you know?
Good to hear. I feel so bad about, the boots. But then we got new boots, and you've been trying so hard to make me something. And all I really could ever want is a grappling hook.
Honestly, I just want to make sure that everybody stays safe. If a grappling hook helps you stay safe, then I can do that. I mean, honestly, with the gunpowder that we just got, I mean, that's certainly an unusual, Let me experiment. Can you leave that here? Oh.
I'll
This
drop it
very
off on the
cool.
bed and then head back to whatever quarters there are.
Alright. And as the night closes, you all settle in for a long rest. And then that is where we will end for tonight. Also, I used the All Hail Jerome emote in the chat.
Yeah.
I
the
didn't know
first
that was
time.
gonna have more meaning to it, Deb.
I've had it planned for weeks. This isn't something I just came out of nowhere. I'm like, Jerome is gonna become sentient and be able to talk.
Beautiful.
Crazy.
Now we just gotta get the constable to
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna
Awaken.
learn Sylvan.
Instead of learning Sylvan, why don't you teach the constable Common?
No, that's too hard.
Oh my god.
the final battle will actually be the constable versus Jerome.
No.
They're gonna be in
Besides
their
of a
mega
war.
form. He's
Yes.
a frog behemoth, and then the constable like a giant rock dragon now.
creature.
Yes, giant rock dragon. I can picture it
God.
right now.
Now we just need to get the honker in here too.
Oh god.
the kaiju is the
music.
power.
As it starts, and it's like.
His final form is that he pilots them. Spider-Man.
Hontra's introduction has to require at least 5 trombones.
Yeah.
I have a saxophone. That's as good as I can do.
That'll
Like
do.
right
Keyboard
there.
in my closet, but I don't think that's gonna.
I have
All
a
right.
library of virtual instruments. I'm on it.
So
Got the fact.
good episode. I think we all needed to just be insane for a night.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Unhinged.
Well, we will see everyone back here, hopefully. We have 16 people on our stream right now.
I know.
Ooh.
That's so
Doing
many.
numbers.
Hi,
All right.
everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. And I hope that everyone has a great weekend.
Yep.
Stay safe.
Follow.
Stay COVID free.
Oh, we gotta do this.
We gotta do this. Remember this? Remember this?
God.
I'm trying to find a good place you
Christmas.
can see it.
Yeah. Follow if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're so inclined.
If you're so inclined.
Follow the socials.
All that stuff.
Also, shout out to Lulu.
Oh my gosh, I forgot the Lulu shout out.
beginning.
I am a terrible person.
Can't
God
believe
damn.
you.
Oh my god.
Lulu, if you see
You have-
this in the future, I am so sorry. Lulu is now on board helping us with marketing, promotions, and social media, and is wonderful. That's it. That's all I had.
Okay.
There's so much more to say, but
Bye.
that's
I think
important
we're all
information.
tired, so we're gonna call it a night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.